Imagine rising from the shadows of a legendary family dynasty, battling personal demons and public scrutiny, to become a global icon who redefined pop music and empowerment. Janet Jackson, the youngest sibling in one of history's most famous musical clans, transformed early hardships into a trailblazing career that shattered records and inspired generations. With a staggering net worth of $180 million, amassed through chart-topping albums, sold-out tours, and savvy ventures, she's not just a singer. She's a cultural force, boasting 5 Grammy Awards, 11 Billboard Music Awards, and a spot in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But how did this resilient artist turn adversity into abundance, building an empire of luxury homes, rare vehicles, and unbreakable family bonds? Stick around as we dive into the lavish lifestyle of Janet Jackson, uncovering the secrets behind her success. Early life and challenges. Janet Demita. Joe Jackson entered the world on May 16, 1966, in Gary, Indiana, as the youngest of 10 children in a working-class family that would soon become synonymous with musical greatness. Her parents, Joseph and Catherine Jackson, raised the family in a modest 2-bedroom home where resources were stretched thin amid the industrial town's economic struggles. Joseph worked long hours as a crane operator at a steel mill, while Catherine managed the household and instilled strict Jehovah's Witness values, emphasizing discipline and faith. The Jacksons' early environment was marked by financial hardship, with the family often relying on community support and Joseph's side gigs playing guitar in local bands. This blue-collar backdrop, combined with the racial tensions of the era, created a pressure cooker of ambition and resilience for young Janet. As the baby of the family, Janet grew up idolizing her older siblings, particularly her brothers Jackie, Tito, Jermaine, Marlon, and Michael, who formed the Jackson 5 and skyrocketed to fame after signing with Motown in 1968. By 1969, the family relocated to Los Angeles, where Janet and her mother joined the brothers to support their burgeoning career. However, this move amplified the challenges. Joseph, known for his iron-fisted management style, enforced rigorous rehearsals that bordered on grueling, often using physical discipline to push his children toward perfection. Janet later reflected on how this strict upbringing taught her work ethic, but also instilled fear and self-doubt as she witnessed her brothers endure the same regimen. The constant spotlight on the family meant Janet's childhood was far from normal. She attended public school in Encino but felt isolated, grappling with the weight of her last name and the expectations it carried. Family played a pivotal role in shaping Janet's early worldview. Her mother, Catherine, was a pillar of quiet strength, teaching Janet about perseverance and humility through daily life lessons rooted in their faith. Catherine's unwavering support encouraged Janet to pursue her own path, even as the family's fame brought invasive media attention. Conversely, Joseph's demanding nature influenced Janet's determination to prove herself independently. One specific trial came when Janet, at just 7 years old, began performing in the family's Las Vegas act in 1974, thrusting her into the entertainment world prematurely. She faced the pressure of living up to her brother's success, often feeling overshadowed and battling insecurities about her talent and appearance. Another profound challenge was the emotional toll of family dynamics. In her teens, Janet eloped with singer James DeBarge in 1984, an impulsive decision driven by a desire to escape her father's control. The marriage lasted only a year, annulled amid rumors and family intervention, leaving Janet heartbroken and more guarded. Additionally, she struggled with body image issues exacerbated by industry standards and public commentary, which she later addressed in her music and memoir. These early adversities forged Janet's resilience, turning potential setbacks into fuel for her independent spirit. As she navigated the transition from child performer to solo artist, these foundations set the stage for her remarkable ascent. Transitioning from these formative years, Janet's determination to carve her own identity propelled her into a career that would eclipse even her family's legacy. Career journey. Janet's professional beginnings were humble yet promising, rooted in her family's entertainment empire. At age 7, she made her debut on stage with brother Randy during the Jacksons' Las Vegas residency in 1974, showcasing her natural charisma. This led to television appearances, starting with the variety show The Jacksons in 1976, where she performed sketches and songs alongside her siblings. Her acting breakthrough came in 1977 when she landed the role of Penny on the sitcom Good Times, portraying an abused child adopted by the Evans family. The part, which she held until 1979, highlighted her dramatic range and endeared her to audiences, though it also typecast her as the cute kid sister. Eager to expand, Janet appeared in A New Kind of Family in 1979, and later as Charlene on Different Strokes from 1980 to 1984, followed by a stint on Fame in 1984 to 1985. These roles provided steady work, but reinforced her desire for musical autonomy. Defying her father's wishes, Janet signed with A&M Records in 1982, releasing her self-titled debut album at 16. Though it peaked at number 84 on the pop charts with hits like Young Love, selling about 250,000 copies, it marked her first step away from the Jackson 5 shadow. The real turning point arrived in 1986 with her third album, Control, produced by Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis after she fired her father as manager. This bold move symbolized her independence, and the album's fusion of R&B, pop, and dance resonated globally, selling 8 million copies worldwide. It spawned her first #1 single, When I Think of You, along with top 5 hits, What Have You Done For Me Lately, and the title track, earning 2 American Music Awards and establishing Janet as a force in her own right. The album's themes of self-empowerment struck a chord, especially among young women, and kicked off her iconic choreography style. Building on this momentum, 1989's Janet Jackson's Rhythm Nation 1814 became a cultural phenomenon, addressing social issues like racism and poverty through innovative music videos and a short film. Selling 8 million copies, it produced 7 top 5 hits, including 4 #1s, Miss You Much, Escapade, Black Cat, and Love Will Never Do Without You. The album won 3 American Music Awards and made history as the first with 7 top 5 singles from one release. Janet's 1990 spring tour further solidified her stardom, grossing millions and showcasing her dynamic performances. In 1991, she inked a groundbreaking $32 million deal with Virgin Records, the largest for a female artist at the time. Her 1993 album, Janet, debuted at #1, selling over 6 million copies with sensual tracks like That's the Way Love Goes, which won a Grammy for Best Rhythm and Blues Song, and If. It tied her with Aretha Franklin for the most gold singles by a female solo artist at 14. That year, she starred in Poetic Justice opposite Tupac Shakur, earning an Oscar nomination for the soundtrack's Again. Collaborating with brother Michael on 1995's Scream, she won another Grammy for its video, while her compilation Design of a Decade yielded the top 5 Runaway. 1997's The Velvet Rope delved into personal themes of sexuality and mental health, with #1 Together Again and Grammy-winning Got Till It's Gone, though sales dipped slightly. Entering the new millennium, All For You in 2001 reclaimed her pop throne with an $80 million Virgin extension and the title track winning a Grammy. However, 2004's Super Bowl halftime wardrobe malfunction with Justin Timberlake sparked controversy, derailing promotions for Damita Jo and costing her Grammy appearances. Undeterred, Janet released 20YO in 2006 and Discipline in 2008, the latter featuring #1 Feedback. She ventured into film with Tyler Perry's Why Did I Get Married in 2007 and its sequel in 2010, plus For Colored Girls in 2010. Following Michael's death in 2009, she channeled grief into her 2011 bestseller True You, focusing on self-love. Reuniting with Jam and Lewis for 2015's Unbreakable, her seventh #1 album, she became one of few artists with chart toppers across 4 decades. Inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2019, Janet's career boasts over 100 million records sold, innovative videos, and philanthropy. Her Las Vegas residency and 2022 documentary Janet Jackson reaffirmed her influence. With 11 Billboard Music Awards and 5 Grammys, her journey from child star to icon exemplifies perseverance. As Janet's career flourished, so did her ability to indulge in the finer things, leading us to explore her opulent current lifestyle and impressive assets. Real estates. The Bel Air Majesty, $15 million. Nestled in the prestigious hills of Los Angeles, this sprawling estate stands as Janet's crown jewel, valued at $15 million and embodying the pinnacle of her achievements. Acquired during a peak in her career, it represents a haven where she can unwind from the demands of stardom. Stepping inside, the grand foyer leads to expansive living areas designed for intimate gatherings or lavish parties with high ceilings that create an airy ambiance. The gourmet kitchen, equipped with top-of-the-line appliances, allows for culinary explorations, perhaps inspired by her global travels. Adjacent is a formal dining room perfect for hosting family dinners, seating up to 12 comfortably. Venturing further, the home theater provides a private cinema experience, complete with plush seating and state-of-the-art sound systems for screening her favorite films or music documentaries. For wellness, a dedicated gym space encourages daily routines, featuring equipment that supports her renowned fitness regimen. Multiple bedrooms offer serene retreats, each with ensuite bathrooms boasting spa-like features, such as soaking tubs and steam showers for ultimate rejuvenation. A home office, lined with custom shelving, serves as a quiet spot for managing her business affairs or creative projects. Throughout, the layout emphasizes flow and privacy, with separate wings for guests ensuring everyone has their space. Outside, an inviting outdoor pool beckons for refreshing swims under the California sun, complementing the indoor luxuries seamlessly. This Bel Air gem not only houses Janet's personal artifacts from her storied career, but also symbolizes her triumph over early struggles, providing a stable base in a city tied to her family's legacy. As we move to her next property, the contrast in coastal vibes highlights her diverse real estate choices. The Malibu Retreat, $10 million. Perched along the scenic coastline, Janet's Malibu residence, valued at $10 million, offers a serene escape that mirrors her artistic soul. Purchased as a reward for her groundbreaking albums, it serves as a coastal counterpoint to her urban holdings, blending relaxation with inspiration. Upon entry, the open-plan living space greets with panoramic ocean views through floor-to-ceiling windows, creating a seamless connection to nature's rhythm. The chef's kitchen stands out with professional-grade ovens and ample counter space, ideal for experimenting with healthy recipes that fuel her performances. A cozy breakfast nook nearby allows for casual meals while watching the waves. The master suite features a sitting area for quiet mornings with an adjoining bathroom that includes dual vanities and a rainfall shower for indulgent self-care routines. Entertainment options abound indoors, with a media room outfitted with surround sound for immersive music listening sessions or movie nights. A fitness area, distinct from the gym in her other homes, focuses on yoga and Pilates, supporting her holistic approach to health. Guest quarters provide comfortable accommodations, each with private baths equipped with jetted tubs for added luxury. Complementing the interiors, the outdoor pool area invites leisurely laps or sunbathing, enhancing the property's resort-like feel. This Malibu haven captures Janet's need for tranquility amid fame, differing from her Bel Air estate by emphasizing coastal serenity over grand scale. Shifting gears to her more intimate property, we see how she balances extravagance with practicality. The Rancho Santa Fe Sanctuary, $5 million. In the tranquil outskirts near San Diego, Janet's Rancho Santa Fe home, valued at $5 million, provides a rural retreat that contrasts her high-profile life. Acquired for its peaceful setting, it acts as a grounding space away from Hollywood's hustle, reflecting her desire for balance. The entrance hall opens to warm living quarters, with a focus on comfort and functionality. The kitchen here is a baker's dream, with double islands and high-end mixers perfect for family recipes passed down from her mother. An elegant dining area accommodates smaller, more personal gatherings, fostering close-knit interactions. Bedrooms are designed for rest, with luxurious linens and ambient lighting in the en-suites, featuring walk-in showers and deep tubs. Indoor leisure includes a reading nook with built-in seating, ideal for diving into books on self-improvement or biographies. A home gym, tailored for cardio workouts, keeps her in top form without the need for external facilities. The property's wine tasting room, adjacent to the cellar, allows for curated evenings with select guests. The outdoor pool, surrounded by lush landscaping, offers a private oasis for exercise or relaxation. This sanctuary underscores Janet's appreciation for varied lifestyles, linking back to her early roots while providing modern comforts. Beyond her homes, Janet's passion for automobiles adds another layer to her affluent world. Car collection. Janet Jackson's car collection isn't just about transportation. It's a narrative of her eclectic tastes, blending vintage charm with modern elegance. Each vehicle tells a story of her life's chapters, from triumphant tours to quiet reflections, chosen not for speed, but for the memories they evoke. Starting with her priciest gem, these rides showcase her discerning eye for classics that stand the test of time. Kicking off our list at number 1, the crown jewel of her garage, the Lamborghini Murcielago, valued at around $380,000. This Italian beast captured hearts when it roared onto the scene in the early 2000s, and Janet made it her own, turning heads wherever it appeared. Imagine cruising down the highway in something that screams raw excitement and unapologetic speed, a perfect match for someone who has spent decades commanding stages with effortless intensity. It's the kind of car that doesn't just drive. It announces your arrival, reminding everyone that true icons play by no one's rules but their own. Coming in at number 2 is the exquisite Aston Martin V12 Vanquish, with a price tag of approximately $250,000 when new. Janet cherished this British Grand Tourer, putting plenty of miles on it herself, as if savoring every moment behind the wheel. There's something poetic about her choosing this elegant powerhouse. It blends sophistication with thrilling performance, much like how she layers vulnerability and strength in her artistry. This car wasn't tucked away, it was lived in, driven with the freedom of someone who knows luxury is meant to be experienced, not just admired from afar. Rounding out the top 3 is the ultra-rare 1957 dual-gear convertible, a timeless piece that can fetch up to $300,000 or more today due to its extreme scarcity. Only 117 were ever built. Janet famously featured this American-Italian masterpiece in one of her iconic music videos where it stole scenes with its effortless glamour. Owning something so exclusive, once favored by Hollywood legends, tells a story of appreciating heritage and craftsmanship. It's not about flash. It's about possessing a slice of automotive history that few can claim. A quiet flex that whispers enduring style in a world of fleeting trends. Together, these vehicles weave a tapestry of Janet's resilience and style, each drive a chapter in her ongoing story. Just as her cars reflect personal evolution, so does her family life, adding depth to the icon we admire. Personal life. Janet Jackson's personal world reveals a woman of profound depth, where relationships and family ties humanize her superstar status. Her romantic journey began young with a brief marriage to singer James DeBarge in 1984, annulled after a year due to youthful impulsiveness and external pressures. She found longer-lasting love with dancer Renee Elizondo Jr., secretly marrying in 1991. Their union lasted until 2000, ending amicably, amid her rising career demands. In 2012, she wed Qatari businessman Wissam Al-Mana in a private ceremony, blending cultures in a celebration of mutual respect. Though they separated in 2017, shortly after welcoming their son, Isa Al-Mana, born on January 3rd of that year, Janet has spoken warmly of co-parenting, emphasizing Isa's well-being as her priority. Parenthood transformed her, with Isa bringing joy and purpose, often described as her greatest achievement. Controversies have punctuated her life, adding layers of relatability. The 2004 Super Bowl halftime incident, where a wardrobe malfunction during a performance with Justin Timberlake exposed her briefly, sparked widespread backlash and media frenzy. Labeled Nipplegate, it led to FCC fines and career setbacks, including boycotts from award shows. Janet addressed it publicly, apologizing while asserting it was an accident, and used the experience to advocate for women's autonomy in media. Rumors of a secret child from her first marriage persisted for decades, fueled by tabloids. She firmly denied them in her 2022 documentary, clarifying they stemmed from misunderstandings and emphasizing her transparency. Family feuds, like tensions during Michael's estate disputes in 2012, drew her into public scrutiny, but she responded with grace, prioritizing unity and healing. Beyond romance and challenges, Janet's community involvement shines brightly. As a Jehovah's Witness in her youth, she carried forward values of compassion, supporting organizations like the American Foundation for AIDS Research and UNICEF. She's been honored with awards for her philanthropy, including the GLAAD Vanguard Award for LGBTQ+ advocacy through her music. Her work with the Rhythm Nation Scholarship Fund aids underprivileged youth, reflecting her commitment to education and empowerment. These efforts mirror the socially conscious themes in her albums like Rhythm Nation, where personal growth intersects with global change. Janet's personal narrative echoes the vulnerability and strength in her artistry, heartfelt bonds, resilient responses to criticism, and a dedication to giving back that make her not just a celebrity, but a relatable beacon of authenticity. If this glimpse into Janet Jackson's extraordinary lifestyle inspired you, hit that like button, subscribe to the Celeb Insider for more exclusive tours and stories, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Share your thoughts in the comments. What's your favorite Janet hit?